Yo, 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 what's going on? I'm on GT,
And I'm Jordan.
and we are the Black Bookkeepers. We relate the books that we read to our own life and provide you valuable information to your own life. What's going on? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How are you feeling? How
I'm
was your
feeling
week?
good. Uh, it's already starting off eventful. For those of you who don't know, we are recording this during Thanksgiving week. So busy week, and I'm ready to eat. I am not gonna lie. Okay, so we're gonna get into this book. Okay, now this was actually one of Jordan's recommendations, right? How to be the 3% man. What's your thoughts on this book? You suggested it.
My thoughts. I really like this book. I really like the guy. His name is Corey Wayne, Coach Corey Wayne, and he is basically a dating coach. He typically does men, but he started bringing in women. But my favorite thing about the book, and I was kind of saying this last time we talked, is the fact that at the very end he tells you how to be in a successful relationship. So
Yeah,
courting,
yeah.
like from the first time you meet somebody through courtship and then all the way until you're in a relationship, marriage, etc. So what about the book to you stood out the most?
I have to agree. You know, a lot of relationship books, I think they kind of focus on getting the woman, but they never focus on dating a woman or keeping a woman. So
Yeah.
that stood out big to me because what if you not in that point of your life? You know, what if you have the woman and you want to keep the woman, or what if you dating a woman already? What if you already in process of having a woman? And for those
Mhm.
of you who, just to be clear, you know, the book is how to be the 3% man, but it involves just masculine energy. So if you feel like you're a little bit more masculine in your relationship, this can apply to you too. You don't necessarily have to be a man to take away key points from this book. But I do want to ask you, before you read the book, did you ever feel like you had your own definition of a 3% man?
No, I had absolutely no clue about all the. Now it's a big thing with alpha male, beta
Yeah.
male, and all this stuff. Now it's this big old thing. Kevin Samuels and whoever the heck the people be on it's YouTube. But no, I had absolutely no clue of like the alpha male, the beta male, the 3% man, none of that. Did you?
Not the 3% man. I think I kind of had a definition of the masculine, or not necessarily masculine, let's say the alpha man. But I never, it's the same definition, but Corey
Yeah.
says the 3%. So I think it's just like all describing the same
It's
individual, but different titles for it. Huh?
alpha male versus 3% man.
Yeah, same thing, same thing.
Yeah.
Um, but I can say before reading this book, um, I think that Corey's approach on it is kind of different from the one that the image of the alpha male or the red pill guys, because he's focused on being spiritual and actually loving, and not saying that they don't, but a lot of the
They don't.
content out there a lot of the content out there is kind of centered around, from what I seen personally, it's kind of centered around, like, you know, having a lot of women chase you, or not necessarily detail for the person who want to be alpha, who want to be masculine, but then just want one woman or just want to be in one relationship. So I do like that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Um, you know what's one thing he talk about that I like, right? So everybody always talk about communication in your relationship, right?
Yeah.
But he's big on listening to women.
Yeah, he is.
So I like that though. Touch on that. Like, do you feel, before you read this book, were you big on listening to the people you dated or people you in the relationship with?
Yeah, I wanna get like our different views because you're in a relationship. So I kind of want
Mm-hmm.
to see like your point on that. But was I big on listening? Probably not. No.
Okay.
Probably not. I think also the book kind of just had me realize like I identify as a masculine energy in my relationships. So it kind of just made me realize like if I'm gonna identify as that, then I kind of need to take their feelings into consideration more than mine. And there just comes a point where you kind of have to just take the L and let them explain everything they're feeling, and then kind of just apologize and cater to their needs for real.
Right. Same here.
Yeah.
Being in a relationship, I must admit, I was not when he emphasized how important it was, it kind of hit me like, damn, like, this is something I need to do better. It's something that I actually needed to do better. And since reading this book, I've been trying to be as quiet as I possibly can. And one thing I learned is that my woman, she wants to talk. She just never had the opportunity to. I must admit, people, I am a talker. And sometimes I don't realize how much I actually talk. But that's the importance of reading books and applying them to your life, because this was a big key for me. And now, after he mentioned, once you let a woman talk, express herself, and get it out in the air, she feels better. Yeah. And by me now doing that, I'm like, damn, this works. Okay, let me keep winning my cool points. Yes. I'm always talking. And that's, if you listen out there and you a talker too, we gotta stop. It's not, it gets unattractive at certain points, but just listening to her and seeing what's on her mind and letting her express herself, and just saying like, damn, like it was no gift I needed to buy. I didn't have to spend $1. Just let her listen. And she felt so much better just being able to express herself. So now it gets a periods of time where if we together and she talk, I just sit there. I say minimal, like responses, just minimal. And I still be quiet. I don't even add my input in. And then by me being quiet, she started talking more. It's kind of, shout out to Corey, man. Shout out to Corey.
Yeah, another thing he touches on is how men, or the masculine energy, always want to put their 2 cents in. So their woman will say something, and then the man automatically wants to be like, well, I think you should do this, or I think you should do that. And Corey says, no, unless she asks you to say your input, just be quiet and listen. And I think that is big, because it is very natural for people to like give their opinion back, but not all the times does your partner want an opinion in return. So
exactly. And you're right. And that was me. And, and you realize, if like a masculine energy, like a lot of the times you read masculine energy is more so solution oriented, right? And I'm not saying, feminine energy cannot be, but I'm saying more of the core of a masculine energy is solution oriented, so it's always searching to make sense. That's why for masculine energy, it's always advice. It's always solution oriented logic. Yeah. Feminine energy is more so emotional. So they're not looking for advice. They looking for things. It makes them feel better to talk. And that's something that I picked up big on this book. And other books have come across it, but I like how Corey basically focuses right in on, hey, just shut up, listen. And that alone will win you more points than doing all that other stuff.
Yes, exactly. Oh, you know what? Another thing actually came up. So my friend had posted on her story, when is I forgot exactly what she said, but it was something like, when is someone gonna buy me flowers or something like that. And ironically, I was in the middle of Corey's book, and he says, don't buy women gifts, including flowers, until you're dating. Right. So do you agree with him saying that? Because I kind of agree.
I do too. Yeah. I do too. I'm big on that, because my thing is this: if I start, and this is my own personal opinion, but if I start buying you things right in the beginning, you're not gonna understand who I am. You're gonna understand my pockets. I feel like that's more so showing the person your pockets. And to be honest with you, I'm trying my best to not have nobody date me for my money, And I'm not saying that you know, that could happen. But I'm saying that how I show it is, you know, I'm winning you over by just being who I say I am. I'm winning you over by just being myself, dating you that way. And then once we get into something and you know me, then I can win you over. Then I can start to buy the things. But I think that's a great suggestion. I think people show too much and do too much in the beginning sometimes.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. It might just be the people I attract, which is actually a good thing. But I'm not even gonna lie. When I like try to show my money, it doesn't impress them at all. So I think it's just the people I'm attracting, which is good. It means they're not attached to material things. But on social media, it's like all these dudes flash their money, and it's just like they get girl after girl after girl. I'm like, that didn't work for me. So I don't know.
Exactly. And you know, but I'm just saying, like, you getting what you attract. If you flash that, my personal opinion is if you flash that, you're gonna widen your audience to people who want that. You know, it's some people who, okay, I don't necessarily care about what you make. I care about how you make me feel. And some people, some women like, okay, well, I care about how you make me feel, but I don't really want to work. I don't want to have to work for this. I need my bills paid. Like I have a friend and she is always talking about a man paying her bills. And I'll just be thinking like, you know, this is why we're great friends and we can never be nothing more because you looking in it, that's something that you automatically look for, which, okay, that's fair. Like, you know, if you have masculine energy and you want to lead and you want to take care of everything, okay, that's fine. But I don't want you looking for that specifically.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be like, oh, okay, well, I know that this person has businesses. I know this person got money in the bank. That's what's to try. No, I want that to be one of the things. It could be one of them, but it shouldn't be the main thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the book, right? In the book, he talks about how he went to this gallery or somewhere. He was somewhere with this gallery, and this woman was talking in everybody's face, and he just left her. He just left. He like, you know what?
Yeah.
He
didn't even know.
Right, and he didn't even do it purposefully, y'all.
Yeah.
He left, and she was just like, wait, what are you doing? And in her energy, that was received like, you're not just gonna treat me any type of way. Okay, you're not gonna play around with my time. I'm here to see you, but you and everybody else face. I gotta go. I have other obligations. Like, was there ever a time where you felt like where that worked for you? Like where you had where you weren't confident and then you had a confident moment?
No. I say honestly, the only time I'm not confident in approaching the feminine energy would be like when I'm dressed feminine, because I feel like they're not gonna view me how I usually present myself. That'd be the only time I won't approach somebody. But if I'm dressed how I'm normally dressed, like I really don't have a problem. But you know, actually, now that you brought up that scenario, that actually recently happened to me. I was at the club and I was talking to this girl and I had to go to the bathroom, but I don't think she heard me say that. So I just walked away. And when I came back, she said she was like thinking all these things, like, why did I leave her? And no one's ever done that to her before. And she said it was driving her crazy. And I'm just like, that's interesting.
That's crazy, right? That's
crazy,
right?
I thought that was actually crazy, because I guess it makes sense, because if you think somebody likes you and then they just get up and walk away, you're like, what did I do? Like, you think it's you. So then that kind of like, I feel like something in their head, like, oh nah, they're not about to just walk away from me. So
right. And that actually brings way more attraction to you, because like she said, she's not used to this.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's different over here. It's very different over here.
Right.
Speaking of events from the book, right? So in the book, or something relatable from the book, in the book, he talks about a situation where once you're in a relationship, right? My current state, some with an interest, or he was dating a girl, or somebody was dating a girl, and the girl was like, you know, hey, I had a dream about my coworker. I had a dream about my coworker. And what the masculine energy didn't know was this is a test, right? She's trying to see how you're going to react, right? So if we know that masculine energy, the biggest thing you can do is be strong and centered in yourself. The ideal reaction of you getting upset, you asking her, well, why would you think about that? How could you do this to me? That's not going to go in a feminine favor, right? It's not going to show her that you're centered, that you're confident, and that you're strong. So my girlfriend came to me the other day and she was like, hey, you know, I need to tell you something, but I don't want you to get mad. I was like, I ain't gonna get mad. Come on, what's up? She's like, no, for real, I don't want you to get mad. I'm like, girl, just tell me now. You know, that'll make you more mad. Like, come on, just tell me. So she had told me one of her coworkers had said, every time he see her, she gets more and more attractive, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so you know, at first, don't nobody want to hear that, right? You don't want to hear that. But me being so strong in my core and confident and understanding who I have, you know, I didn't react angry. Like I wasn't angered by the situation. Now, mind you, I had been reading this book. I've been going through my notes. So I was expecting a relationship test, right? I wasn't expecting it this quick. So I was like, damn, that's crazy. She was like, what? I was like, damn, you get more and more attractive every time I see you too. And then I seen like her light up. Like she was like, whoa, like, and I just was like, again, Corey, thank you.
Yeah,
not saying that
was smooth.
It was smooth. It was quick too. It was quick too. But me being confident, I truly feel like me being confident and me, you know, laughing it off and joking instead of the other approach. And I do feel like at one point in time, I would have did the other approach, you know, back in my underdeveloped self. I would have been like, what the, like, dude, like, what are you talking about? Like, why you even telling? I would have went off probably, but now understanding that, you know, insecurity, weakness, that's not attractive. And if I'm who I say I am, and I know what I bring to the table, it's never a point for me to be insecure. So I like that comeback. She liked that comeback. She got a little bit more lovey-dovey.
It was a good comeback.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. It was quick too, because I was just like, and then I instantly thought about it. I'm like, damn, this is the test. So I can either be insecure, people don't know, but I'm not insecure. So I just responded like that.
Yeah.
Do you
ever see, like, because he talks about this too. Do you ever witness in your face guys flirting with her, or what do you do if you do?
See, my thing is this, right? So yes, you know, I feel like I date a very attractive, beautiful girl, and I know she's fine. I know she's attractive. I can't expect realistically other people to feel like she's not attractive. So my thing is this, like, if you like, let's say we at the bar, right? And you try to approach her or whatever, and it's not clear. I know it's not clear that you don't know that she's in a relationship. I'm not upset, right? It's the disrespect for me personally. If I made it clear, or if she's making it clear, if she's showing any type of uncomfortability, if it's obvious we're together, then that's when it's a problem for me. That's when I step in and say nothing. But 9 times out of 10, you know, it's an automatic shutdown, or it's a realization that, oh, you know what? My bad. Because to be honest with you, I'm always like, I have a lot of female friends, right? And sometimes may be me and one of them on a solo, maybe lunch or something. To most people, it looked like these are my girlfriends, right? But they're not. So I can't, and that's happened, right? They come up to them and I'm like, well, what can I do? You're not mine. Go ahead, homie, have yours. That's a very, or that could be my sister. You just never know. But once it's evident and you being disrespectful, you going too far, that's when I step in and be like, okay, like, she's not interested, bro. She's not interested.
No, even with the friends thing though, I still think that's disrespectful. But I feel like I probably have to deal with more disrespect than you, since it's just girl on girl and people tend to sexualize that, and I feel like I don't get much respect for the most part from other men. But I still think it's just, if I'm out with my friend and it looks like we're together, I still feel like that's disrespectful because we could be together. So
That's
I don't
funny.
know. I still don't like that.
You don't
But
like that?
if they ask me, there has been a lot of times where they'll look at me and I'll be like, nah, go ahead. But if you just like, if me and my friend are together and you just cut me off and just start spitting game, like I still feel like that's disrespectful to me because you didn't even see if that's my girl or not.
Right.
But
No,
that's
no, I feel that. I feel that. That's just funny because when I was single, right? It's all about perspective. Because when I was single and I'd be, let's say I'm with one of my female friends, I'd be like, I try to make a face, I try to, and then somebody like a stranger is looking at my friend like, Negro, ain't that your girl right there? No, no, it is not. No, no. Because just because we out don't mean I'm not supposed to. If I found you attractive, I would try to do something. You know, I'm trying to shoot my shot. I'm trying to do something. And sometimes, like, depending on who I'm with, it doesn't always look good. You don't know, like, people never assume. And it's funny that you say that it's disrespectful because, or it can be disrespectful because people always assume that, I feel like people always assume that this is somebody you're in a relationship with. You know, like, you don't never sit up there and think, oh, look at the brother and sister. You gotta look at that couple, you know. Look at the best friends. No, look at that couple. They together. Look at them. They smiling. They having a good time. They together.
Yeah.
How do you so do you have to like not take it personal? Like, do you feel like it's like a genuine I did not know?
Okay, so I'll say since I've had to deal with it for so long, I am very lenient about it. So I see guys for with the people I'm with all the time, and I usually just don't say anything. I kind of just let the girl say it. But if they continue to be disrespectful, then that's when I'll say something. So, but I don't think it doesn't usually get that far because the girl will usually shut it down. So, but yeah, I see them flirt with my girls in my face all the time. I just kind of just watch it.
Yeah, you know what? And let's address this now. It's never easy, right? It's never easy, no matter who you are or what type of energy you have. It's not easy seeing nobody flirt with what you feel like, okay, this is who I'm with. This is me. This is who I'm. It's never easy. But you know how I know we don't date unattractive people. We don't date unattractive people. And it's just it'd be one of the things that come to the territory.
Yeah.
But overall, though, I would like to say I really, really, really enjoyed this book. It's funny because a lot of what he talked about is based. If you all have read this, Way of the Superior Man, he bases a lot of this off of that book, which is another incredible book. Corey, you nailed it, bro. You nailed it. I love the fact that you talked about getting the girl, dating the girl, in a relationship. I love the fact that you cover all points. I love the fact that you focus in on listening. You know, that's one of the things I took. I love that you focused on being strong, centered, and in your own being and your own confidence. And I look forward to reading more. This is actually my first time I've read something by him, so I look forward to reading more.
Yeah, he definitely did a great job. I watch him on YouTube constantly. So he gets a solid, I say 8.7 or 9.
Yeah. I definitely agree. For my first rating ever, because this is the first episode, I'm gonna give him an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
8.5. And you know what? I would have gave him a 9, but it's just like some of the stuff, like you can tell, like once you read Way of the Superior Man, which came out before this, you'll be like, oh, you know what? But he's focusing on it. He focuses on, like you said, the whole timeline. You get much props for that, man. Add some claps right here. We gotta add some claps, Corey. You did your thing, man. So again, we want to thank y'all for joining us for our very first episode. We want y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and let us know Have
Yep.
you read The 3% Man? And what were your biggest takeaways from this relationship? Did you learn from this episode? Did you learn anything new? Are you going to apply anything new to your life?
Let us know in the
Anything of that nature.
comments.
Let us know in the comments. I'm OMGT,
I'm Jordan.
and this is Black Book Keepers. Have a good night, y'all.